We are in the hall number 6 in the Marsotto company stand, and we are meeting now James, Irvine and Maddalena Casadei. The topic of this year, Marmomacc meets the design. It's hybrid and flexible. How did you deal with it?
The theme this year for the Fair of Marmomacc meets design is hybrid and flexible, and it's a fantastic theme because for us we wanted to design products rather than discuss architectural finishes or other kind of themes linked to building subjects. And we decided to design a collection of useful products, kind of on a human scale, which are easily movable and interpretable by people in different ways. I've designed a series of sort of tops of little tables which can be moved around, can go over a sofa so that you can maybe work with your laptop, and then other ones for drinking coffee or for drinking a glass of wine. And Maddalena, who collaborates with me, has designed.
I designed Pausa, which is an Italian name that means kind of break, for your break moment. It's a magazine rack which lives near the sofa for your moment when you're relaxing and you want to read a magazine or whatever, a book, and it keeps and holds magazine in two different ways, face out and spine. Mm-hmm. It's very simple, it's rotating and it's made out of 3 pieces of marble. That's it.
A really nice product.
How did you start your collaboration and your relationship with the Marsotto company?
Well, last year I also participated in a project with Marsotto for Marmomacc last year, and we became fast friends. It's a small family company, extremely personal. I mean, everything you do, you always speak to Mr. and Mrs. Marsotto. And one of the wonderful things about most Italian, you say, piccola media industria, the small companies, is that you actually work with the owners of the company. And that is a direct way to be creative, innovative, and extremely flexible in the way you discuss production. And they have actually asked me to be the art director now of this new collection we've invented, which is called Edizioni, under the brand Marsotto. And it's supposed to be like a container for future design. I want to invite lots of younger designers to make new pieces. The very interesting thing about working with marble is that the investment is much lower. It's much more an artisan production. So you can actually seriously design quite a lot of pieces with very different forms, very different functions, without the usual limitations of investing in millions of euros in molds and things like that. So it's extremely creative, and it's a real pleasure to work with a private family company.
This is not the first time you use this kind of material, marbles and stones. How do you like this material?
Well, I mean, it's a wonderful Italian tradition. I mean, I've been living in Italy for 25 years. I've always been fascinated with marble, and recently, because of the relationship with the Fair and Marsotto, I've started looking at it more and more. It's wonderful as a designer to rediscover a material that perhaps I hadn't thought of to work with before, or I'd never had the opportunity to work with before. One has to remember that designers, when they work for a company, they find themselves immersed in the culture of the company. So for example, if you work for a company which is making upholstery, you're doing everything upholstery. You're working with a company which makes plastic, you're working in plastic. Up until now, I never had this opportunity, and it's like opening a gold mine of ideas. It's a wonderful opportunity.
You work with a team of young people. What's your opinion about young designers today?
I think they're brilliant, and luckily today, I think the younger generation, I mean, I'm 50 years old. When I talk about the younger generation, I talk about designers in their 20s and 30s. They have a great chance now because I think design in general, this kind of design appariscente, which means very sort of shouting and loud, is tending to, people are becoming a little bit disillusioned with the over-expressiveness. And now is a time to create fairly, I think, normal products, but with a refined touch. And of course, this generation today, they have so much more that they can work with. I mean, with computers, with the internet, everything has changed quite radically. It's a time to be calm and to create more, I wouldn't say classic, but things which are actually closer to reality.
Thank you very much to James Irvine and Maddalena Casadei.
Our pleasure. Thank you.